Hello, my name is Caitlin Bagger, and this is my video discussion 3.1 for the class Social and Cultural Diversity in Counseling taught by Dr. Moon. The court case that I chose was Ward v. Wilbanks, and to describe this case, or this court case, this is a case, the case Ward v. Wilbanks, concerning Julia Ward, who was a grad student at Eastern Michigan University, and while she was a counselor in training, she refused having a client who was engaged in a same-sex relationship and wanted to refer the client to another student. And she had stated that this was because of her religious beliefs. The university informed her that if she refused his client based on their sexual orientation, it would violate the ACA Code of Ethics under Code C5 of non-discrimination. Eastern Michigan University, they offered to give her additional education on the matter, but Ward refused. And after the university conducted a formal review and analysis of the matter, Ward was dismissed from the program. After being dismissed, Ward sued Eastern Michigan University, claiming that her freedom of speech and freedom of religion had been violated. The American Counseling Association became involved with the case because it involved the ACA Code of Ethics and how it would be interpreted in the future. Ward's legal team used the code, the ACA Code of Ethics, A.11.b and 9b to argue why Ward refused the client. Code A11b is about how counselors should not keep clients if they aren't, or take on or keep clients if they are unequipped to help that client. And then the other code refers to a counselor may choose not to work with a terminally ill client when facing the end of life choices due to personal boundaries. However, they are still responsible for referring that client to appropriate care. And I just want to note that that code, the A9B, is not the same today. It has changed. That was from 2005, the A9B, as that is something different today. But ultimately, the judge agreed with the ACA's interpretation of the code, and ruled in favor of Eastern Michigan University. And the case was appealed, but it was eventually settled outside of court. So some of the things, I guess the next part here is, how does the court case selected impact your work as a professional counselor? So this court case kind of clarified some things with the ACA Code of Ethics. Counselors may not deny counseling services to a homosexual person, or an individual belonging to any other protected class of clients, based on personal values. Referrals should be avoided and should be really a worst case scenario last resort, because you want to avoid client abandonment. And then another thing that was found, that ethical, or with this case, is established that ethical obligations as a counselor doesn't start at the first session. It starts when the client asks for services or reaches out for help. So, and then also referrals are made on the basis of, of skills and not values. So you have to, referrals are not, cannot be done just because it interferes with your values. And then, defaults, religious beliefs, personal values. When it comes to gender identity and sexual orientation, I support LGBTQ individuals. I am myself a part of the LGBTQ community. My religious beliefs do not affect how I feel about LGBTQ individuals, and my personal values are that no matter who anybody loves, or or how they appear on the outside, they every person deserves to feel like a human being and not be treated any less. You still should be able to have the same experiences. But if there's one thing that I think I could work on as I develop my counselor identity, is to remember that LGBTQ clients can have their gender identity and sexual orientation on a spectrum, and it's not always linear. Not getting caught up in, stereotypes and whatnot, to, make sure that the client is seen for the person that they are. Alrighty, thank you so much. Have a great day.